Hi, this is Andrew Gearing from Analog IT. Welcome to Getting the Most from Office 365, a series to help users effectively implement all the productive tools in Office 365. In episode 3, we'll start looking at chats in Microsoft Teams. Okay, just going to go over a few features for chat. One-on-one chat, you'll notice that when you go to this chat icon here, there's a few things when you go into recent. You have obviously your recent. I was talking with Alan here a while ago, and you'll see suggested. Normally, what you'll see here in the suggested is everybody that's available in Teams on your Office 365 tenant. So what we're going to look at now is a few things. So I'm logged on as the administrator here, and I'm also logged in here as Jeff. Okay, so, and we're having a chat here. So now, let's say we talk to each other several times a day. I'm going to want to maybe add Jeff to my contacts. So if I go to my contacts here, I have a couple, but Jeff's not there. So if I go to Amy and I click this, you'll notice there's not an option for that because she's already in favorites. I can say remove from this group, but I'm going to go back to recent and I'm going to add Jeff to favorite contacts. So when I go to contacts here, I'll be able to click Jeff and he'll be there all the time. I don't have to depend it being on recent. Now I can also group, I can also not group, I can also add contacts to this group. So this is basically the favorites group. Now I can also create a contact group here. So if I wanted to go office staff and create a group, I would be able to have that here. So instead of favorites, I can move. I'm going to remove from this group. My favorites, and I'm going to add a contact to this group. So I'm going to add Jeff to office staff. I'm going to add Julian to office staff, and I'm going to add Amy to office staff. So you notice it finds people very quickly when it's in the tenant. Okay, so if I go back to here, you'll see all these people here, but this is an easier way to keep track of the people you usually collaborate with on a one-on-one basis. So if I go to Jeff here, I am in the conversation here now. It's basically a secure conversation, secure collaboration environment between myself, which is here, and Jeff, right? So I'm going to go to here and I'm going to add Jeff to my favorites. And I was in Jeff's before, so I'm going to add the administrator, that's me. So if I go here, we're going to talk back and forth. So if you just want to quickly chat, it's very quick. You just basically do that and it'll give you a notification. And if I go to the Jeff here, you'll see that Jeff said hi. And so basically straightforward, very easy chat, and you can add emojis. I can show that I've seen it, and again you're going to see notifications come up. As to that, I can add an emoji to that, so it's basically changing what you're doing here. I can also save this message. I can mark it also as unread. So if I save the message, it goes to save messages, which we'll look at later. So that's a one-on-one chat, and this is the same across group chats, which I'll do in a minute, and also team chats. So, but I want to take a look at the What You See is What You Get editor. So if I click this A button, you can expand it or not. And there's a lot of things that you can do here. And it's your basic editor. You have bullets, quotes, links, and you can add code, horizontal line, insert a table, and then you can also make it a delivery important. So you have standard delivery, important, or urgent. So if I put it to urgent, it's going to show that it's urgent and show up in there, which is really, really great when you're needing somebody to see that. And if I have this attachment, anything I attach here from OneDrive or upload from my computer is going to show in the File tab. This File tab can only be seen by me and Jeff. So I'm going to upload a GIF here, and I'm going to say, ask Jeff to check this out. So it loads here, and I'm going to send it, and you'll notice it plays in line here as a GIF, which is handy for sure. And then it's off the screen here, but I just got notified that Jeff just got notified that I sent that to him. Okay, so if I go over to Jeff's now, you'll see that this shows up here. And if I go to Files, there is the GIF is right here in Files. So anything that we collaborate on over this conversation, any kind of history at all, it just keeps track of that. And so there's different settings that your administrator can set so that as far as the life cycle of this conversation, what it saves, how long, and that kind of thing. So we'll do that in the administration videos at a later time. Okay, now we'll take a look at ad hoc conversations. So you can start a conversation in a couple different ways. If I go back to recent, if I just click somebody here like Julian and I want to start a conversation, I can just click it and start chatting. If I want to talk to multiple people though, what I can do is click this. Now I can just chat with, I can find Julian here and just chat, and it would be the same thing. But let's say I want to add Amy and Jeff to this conversation. And this new chat is here, so I'm going to start that off now. As soon as I add that, there's a few things now. So I see that there's 4 participants. If I hover over that, I see who it is. And I can start. So all these people now are being sent this. Now, as soon as the first chat goes, I'm able to change the name. So let's, I'm going to call this Downtown Project Scope. So it's a quick ad hoc meeting, and I'm going to name it that, and you'll see that it shows in recent. Now I'm going to be working on this for the next week here, so I'm going to pin it to pin, so it shows up here all the time. So now automatically I have these 4 participants in an ad hoc meeting, group meeting. Now I can also create a team for that if I want, but sometimes teams are a little overkill for just going back and forth and finding out a strategy, for instance, on how I'm going to do this downtown project scope. So I can chat with them, and it's great. I can do a lot of different things with chat. If I go back to, I'm on mine here. If I go back to Jeff's account here and I go to chat, you'll notice that, go to recent here, it'll show this on recent. Now again, Jeff will go, I'm going to be working on this for the next week or so. So I'm going to pin this so that I can see that, and I go to that and I can chat back. And all these I'm getting notified. Again, it's off screen, but Jeff just texted me or chatted with me, and it showed up as a notification. And you can turn those off and on. We'll do that. I'll show you that at a later time. So that's basically it. Managing your contacts, you can actually create different groups like I showed you before. I'm going to go back to mine here, and we're going to go to contacts, and you'll notice that office staff I added to there, and we'll go from there. Okay, that's it on Microsoft Teams chat. I hope you got something out of this video, and definitely share it, and if you found some value in it, and we'll see you at the next one.